Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This week's video is unpicking what it is that a celebrant is, what it is they can do, what it is they can't do. My name is Helen Noble. Celebrant of Surrey is what I go by. I'm also the owner of Swan Song. I'm a public speaker, sometimes I'm a mentor. I'm award-winning, so there is lots of ceremonial goodness and helpful hints coming up. Right, so started saying the main thing I talked about today is the basics. What is a celebrant and what a celebrant can and can't do? So I did myself a little spider diagram because that's how my brain works. And I will just read it out to you and then go back to it bit by bit. So we can create, design, script write, find the words in case you can't, be the voice in case you can't, make your ceremony bespoke, make it personal, make it inclusive, be there, be the familiar person, and give you a rehearsal. We can do all of those things. We can do some of those things where you can pick and choose what of those things that you want us to do. What we can't do in England, caveat, in England. Australia, it's slightly different. Scotland, it's legally binding, but I'm in England, I'm very English, I'm your typical English person, and so I'm doing it from a this is England perspective. So what we can't do, we are ceremonial only, so we are not legally binding. I cannot marry you, I cannot do a death certificate for you, or a birth certificate, or a marriage certificate. I am not legally binding, nor is any celebrant in England at the moment. It might change over the next few years, but at the moment we are 100% ceremonial, so we are not legally binding. I choose not to impersonate. Some celebrants, clients will say, could you basically just turn up looking like a registrar and have a badge and a clipboard and wear a suit? And some celebrants are fine with that. They're like, okay. I don't do that because I love the journey, I love the transformation, and what you're investing in me is for me to deliver that transformation. If you've seen me on Instagram, a lot of the hashtag I use is from worry to wonder. And so I won't pretend to be something I'm not, because I think by having me as a celebrant, you get that transformation from worry to wonder. So I choose not to impersonate and pretend to be a registrar or a vicar or anything like that. So that's just for my own integrity. I cannot, in the Anglican Church, again, being English, in the sort of standard Anglican Church of England, I won't pretend to be a vicar. So I'm not ordained. I won't say things like, I bless you in the name of the Lord, because the Lord isn't coming through me in a recognised, been to theological college kind of way. If you are Baptist or Methodist, where that kind of hierarchical way of things doesn't really matter, you know, if God's working through you and your Holy Spirit's come to visit, then off you go. But I am not ordained. There are some priests that have been ordained that have maybe left the cloth and become celebrants, and they can turn up with a dog collar on or not if you so choose. Again, for me, I want the integrity of I am an independent professional celebrant and not a priest or a registrar. So you get 100% of me being 100% of me. So I cannot bless in the name of the Lord, but like anybody, when you sneeze, when you send your kids up to bed, you might say, good night, God bless. Inviting a blessing is absolutely okay. But saying in the name of the Lord, like it's going through you, is a bit of a grey area. So I won't in the name of the Lord and bless. I'm also not a stranger. So when you hire a celebrant, you know who you're hiring. We are a chosen supplier. You might do a bit of research, wedding celebrants in the area of Surrey, or Guildford celebrants, or celebrants in the southeast, whatever it is that you're doing. I might come up, you get to know me, you can stalk me on Facebook or Insta or YouTube. And so I will not be the stranger. I am also not a surprise. I am myself. I will be authentic. I will be myself. I won't suddenly put on a Sunday voice. Welcome, we're gathered here today. I won't do that. I will match the energy in the room. I have that emotional intelligence. I will be able to read what feels right. But I do surprise weddings, in that I've had about 3 now where the bride's turning 40. They don't want to go through all the social pressure and the shenanigans of everyone having their say, because they've learned by the time they're 40, they're not going to please everyone. And actually, they just want to marry their best buddy who they've been with for the last 20 years. And now everyone's off their back. They invite everyone to a 40th, and then I'm the surprise. The bride and groom know it's me, but everyone else thinks they're coming to a 40th birthday party. So I'm not the stranger. I'm not a surprise. I'm not ordained. I choose not to impersonate. I keep my integrity, and I am authentically me, and I am not legally binding. But going back to what I do on my little spider diagram. So I can create your ceremony, however you visualize that to be. And I have lots of tools, and we go through it and we work out what kind of vibe, what kind of energy, what rhythm, what overall experience do you want that ceremony to be? And I will create it alongside you, with you, so that it's failure proof. You know exactly what's coming. Going back to that, I'm not going to give you a ton of surprises. So you will know what's coming, because we would have designed it together, alongside, supported, guided, informed, counselled, whatever it is that you need. So we create, we'll design, we will write. I also do a script writing service. So sometimes those of you that are old enough will remember Friends, and Joey officiated at Rachel's wedding. Was it Monica's? Oh my God, Rachel's wedding. Oh, I can't remember. The politics of Friends. And he officiated it, but he didn't necessarily write the script. I come from a theatre background. Quite a lot of my clients might be in the industry, and they have a lot of friends that just want to be up the top and want to take the ceremony, but aren't necessarily, or haven't had the training, won't write the script, but they are actors and can do it. So I do also write scripts for someone's wedding. We go through 2/3 of the journey. I'll even do the rehearsal with whoever it is that you're having officiate, and they will deliver my script. But I make it very clear that it's my script, and they're using me. And if I'm not happy with how they can deliver it and just take it to pieces, I might say, just don't tag me. But if it's what they want, it's what they get, and it's a joy, and it's really good fun, and it means they can get exactly what they like. So I will script write whether I'm going to be there or not. I will find the words, because I'm not going to just expect you to know how to do it. And vow writing, for example, can be quite intimidating and can be quite daunting. And I will, at some point on my to-do list, do a how to write your vows YouTube video. But I will guide and help you through that. So I will help you find the words to say what you want to say at the time you want to say it, because I will give you a rehearsal, which you wouldn't get from a registrar. So I will also give you a rehearsal, and in that rehearsal you get the security and the familiar, because I'm not going to be the surprise, the security and the familiar, because I would have sent you the script and you would have seen it, security and the familiar, because we would have organically created it together. We would have done some workshops. You might have got my vow downloadable thingamajiggy, and it will get it spot on. So on the day, you're just excited and not nervous. I've got the personal intelligence, and it will be absolutely bespoke to you. So why wouldn't you have a celebrant? We create, design, write, find the words. We're bespoke, have personal intelligence. We can make it personal to you, 100% your wedding or your ceremony, whatever that may be. There is the security and the familiar, and you get a rehearsal and me on the day, unless you've gone for the script writing service. So that is all the things that a celebrant is, and the things we're not: legally binding, won't compromise my integrity, We're not the stranger. I'm not going to throw a surprise at you. And I'm not going to pretend I'm a vicar. But because I am an independent professional celebrant, I will always make space for faith. I am not a humanist. You have independent professional celebrants, you have humanist celebrants. A humanist celebrant will bring their doctrine, what they believe, why you've chosen to have a humanist celebrant. As an independent, my doctrine is just that I am your supplier, you are my client, and I will deliver what you want. As long as you're not asking me to pretend to be a registrar, because you're sort of missing the point of having a registrar then. You may as well just have a registrar. So the doctrine for me is that I'll just make space for you and whatever you have faith in, whether that's friends, family, God, fate, the universe, Jedi, whatever. So hope that was helpful. At the start of your wedding journey, remember there is a third choice. You can have your wedding led by a registrar, you can have your wedding led by a priest, you can have your wedding created, designed, bespokely made for you by a celebrant. That is what a celebrant is. So there you go, guys. I hope that was helpful. Please come back to my channel, subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things, DM me, let me help you, let me serve you, let me guide you, let me inform you on all things ceremony.